Hello, today is 6/16 of 24 and I am back with another video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. It is about 11:30 and I am going to make myself a BLT chicken salad. I have got a 12-ounce can of cooked shredded chicken in my bowl, and then to this I'm going to add some green onions. So I just have a couple, well, I guess it's 3 green onions. I really do like green onion in my salads. I like the crunch that it gives. So I'm just going to go ahead and slice up just the green sections of these 3 green onions. All right. So then, and this should be enough for 1 to 2 servings, kind of just depending on how hungry I am. And I can't decide if I'm going to eat it. I got out some romaine lettuce. I'm not sure if I'm going to eat it with that lettuce or not. Haven't really decided on that. All right, and then I need some bacon. I'm going to use 3 strips of bacon. So I've got 1, 2, 3 here. And I'm just going to chop these up. And get those in my bowl. And then I want some tomatoes. So I've got about 1/4 of a tomato left here, so I'm just going to use this whole thing. You can see my knife just does not want to work with me with my tomato. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to make what would be like the dressing, which is really just very simple. I'm going to use mayonnaise, salt, and pepper for the dressing part. I'm going to grab a small rubber scraper. So I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and I've got some in this container. This is what I had used to take mayonnaise with me when I went camping. So I want to use that up. And then grab the rest out of my container here. Okay. And level it off so I don't have a whole bunch more. I get that into my bowl. And then, like I said, just a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of each of them. All right, so there's my salt. And my pepper. And I'm going to get these all mixed around. I like to use my same tools like rather than grabbing, say, a mixing spoon, which would probably be a little bit easier for the mixing if I did use like a bigger spoon than this. But I don't like to do dishes. So I would rather use something that's not quite the best tool just so that I'm not dirtying another dish. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. Get those all mixed around. And then I'll probably just let this sit for a few minutes so that those chia seeds can kind of absorb a little bit of that liquid. And then like I'll decide if I need to add some more liquid. Sometimes the chia seeds can kind of dry things out. So I might add like say a tablespoon of heavy cream or something like that if I need to kind of thin it out a bit, or even just regular milk, but I'll see. All right, I am ready to give this a try. Hmm. It's good. I think I want to add just a bit of pepper. It's a little salty. I think with like the chicken that's canned, which is fairly salty, and then, you've got the bacon and then the added salt. I think it was just a little too much salt. Next time I probably, like I might not even add any salt at all, but definitely less than what I had added. And I think, let me try this again. I'm just going to eat it plain. I'm not going to add it to like any greens or anything. I think I like it just kind of the way it is. So I'll see you later. It is about 6:30. I am ready for my second meal of the day. I did only eat half of the chicken salad that I made, and then I went roller skating. I am actually not super hungry right now. I think I could probably wait another hour or two, but I went roller skating, and I know I need to get some protein in me after having like done that kind of a workout. And I worked hard. So I'm just gonna eat now. What I'm having, I'm so excited. So I had gone camping, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I had made these poblano poppers using some smoked Gouda and cream cheese and wrapped them in bacon in these poblano peppers. And I had taken one with me and I had it while camping, but I knew I was going to be going camping again shortly thereafter. And so I kept the other two in my freezer at home. And then when I went to go camping, like last week or whenever it was, I tried to take them with me and I could not find them in my freezer anywhere. I found them yesterday. So that is what I am going to have today for my second meal. I'm just going to heat them up in my air fryer. And I'm thinking that kind of once I start eating, then that'll kind of like increase my appetite. Like that's how appetizers work. So I am going to make both of them, even though I feel like I might not be able to eat both of them. They're really not that many calories. To eat both of them is going to be like 500 calories. So I am trying to make sure that I'm at least eating like 1100 calories. So I do want to try to eat both of these, but we'll see what happens. I am back with my last meal of the day, and I'm really mostly eating so I can get more protein in because I am quite short on my protein. I think I've only got like 60 grams of protein. So it is about 8:30. I could wait longer to eat. So maybe I'll be more hungry, but then it like gets too late. And so I don't really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and eat now. I'm going to make what I'm going to call protein cottage cheese. So I've got some 2% cottage cheese here, and I want to use half a cup of this. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to add to it some protein powder, and I'm going to add a full quarter cup of my protein powder to this, which is like 1 serving of my protein powder. That's kind of like what it calls for. So this is going to be 26 grams of protein. I think, if I remember correctly, I think the cottage cheese is going to have 13 grams of protein, 12 grams of protein. So that's going to be good. Okay, I'm going to stir these together. I think this protein powder is going to kind of thicken it up. Yeah, it's going to thicken it up. So my idea is that I'll add some milk to it to help with that. So it's not just kind of like this thick, sticky mess. So I think I'm going to add 2 tablespoons and go from there. So I'm using 2% milk. And I know I could use well, I don't like almond milk, but I could use the coconut milk that I have, which is, going to have less carbs and stuff. But I really don't want that coconut flavor in here. Oh, that's much better. So now it's not just kind of all thick and sticky. In fact, it might be even too much milk that I added to this. That'll be okay. I will go ahead and just add some chia seeds that will help kind of thicken it up a little more. I thin it out and thicken it, and I'm all over the place here. And it'll add some more fiber to my diet because I really don't think I've had much fiber today at all. Like if I had to guess, I've had less than 5 grams of fiber. So that'll be good. And then I'm going to add some greens to this. So I wanted to add spinach only, but and I had bought a spring salad mix with spinach in it, but it had like 2 or 3 leaves of spinach, and that's it. So not enough. So I'm just going to use the other leaves that were in there. And then I'm going to sprinkle with some everything bagel seasoning. And then I do need to just kind of let this sit for a minute to kind of let those chia seeds absorb a bit of that liquid. And I'm going to clean up. All right, so I'm going to try it. I definitely get that protein powder taste in there. I think I might add some more everything bagel seasoning, which I don't really care for a lot of it, but to kind of cover up a little bit more of that protein powder kind of flavor. It's not a strong flavor, but just a little bit more, I think. So I would suggest only adding 1 tablespoon of milk to this to help to thin it out. It is still a little bit thinner than I would like it to be, but I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit more and see if those chia seeds will do a bit more of the kind of absorption. But otherwise it's good. Like it does have it's good. Like it tastes good, just a little more protein powder flavor than I would like. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of the everything bagel seasoning. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. I had a good day today. My calories are 1,300. My sodium is 3,600, which is okay. I think it's actually a little higher than I would like it to be, except that I did go skating and I sweated a lot. So it's probably going to be okay. I just want to make sure I'm not making my blood pressure skyrocket or anything. My fiber, I got to 7, which isn't great, but I found that with some of the changes with the magnesium and the potassium that I've been taking, that I don't need as much fiber. So I'm okay with having gotten 7. Net carbs is 17, so that's great. And then I did get my protein up over 100, so that is also great. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.